This looks like a job for Superman.
Hey everybody, Rez the Collector here again with another Superman related review. Now, I haven't done a review in quite a while, and I thought there's no better way to jump back into the reviewing game than to have a Sideshow exclusive 1/6 scale Superman. Now, this figure was just released. I myself and many other collectors have received this guy in the mail in the last couple of days, and I definitely wanted to share my opinions of it with you guys. Now, the box is relatively simple. As you can see, the front is just black with the very nice embossed Superman symbol, and of course it says Superman here. The side has the comic styling Superman on it, and I know that's real close there. You can see the figure there. I've already got him out of the box. On the back, and there's also an insert on the inside, is some really amazing artwork. Now, I've got this kind of close, but let's take a look here. Really, really amazing artwork. Beautiful to behold. Of course, a little bit more room here. We've got just some information there. DC, Superman, Warner Brothers, Sideshow.com. Now, like I said, this is also an insert in here with this very same artwork. On the other side, again, we just have that Superman in the comic book styling. The top is blank and the bottom is blank. The inside of the box I'm not going to bother showing you because it is a very simple setup inside the box, just basically holding the figure in place, and of course the places for everything that comes with him. Now, like I have said, this is the exclusive. Now, the exclusive comes with the Metallo head, which you can see in his hand right there. Very, very cool. That is one piece. Well, two pieces actually. One piece is the head and the hand. Those are already connected. And then there's that spine there that you see coming out. That is a secondary piece that you can connect in there. Now, we're going to get back to that exclusive feature, but I do want to take a look at the figure itself as a whole. Now, I'm just going to make this a little shaky here, guys. There we go. Now, this figure comes with 3 Superman heads. This one is the one I'm debating between this one and one of the other ones for which is going to be displayed. And of course, you always have the option of switching those up. But right now, I've got the Heat Vision head on there, which is amazing. Look at that. It is just very, very cool. I'm going to move this forward a little bit. Again, I apologize for any shakiness. It's been a while. So let's get a close-up look at that head, because we're just going to start at the top and go down. Focusing there. All right, very, very cool. I really, really love the way the Heat Vision is coming up in the nice little swirls away from the eyes. They just did such a fantastic job on that. Now let's take a look real quick at the other heads. I did go ahead and just throw everything in the little plastic bag that the extra cape came in, because there is 2 capes for this figure as well. And of course we'll get to that. Should have been a little bit more prepared for this, huh, guys? All right. One of the other heads, the one that I would be debating displaying, is more of a just, I would call it a relaxed-faced Superman. Neither really happy or sad, just kind of relaxed. Of course, this Heat Vision one, you can see that frown etched into his face. And then there is the slightly amused Superman, and this I almost think of almost like a Christopher Reeve, like half grin, and I really do I do like this head as well. And at some point he of course will also be displayed with this one. It's just looking at it, it's going to be, you know, maybe day to day I'm feeling crabby, he's getting the Heat Vision eyes. If I'm in a good mood, maybe he's going to get the smirk head, not Smurf, smirk. But 2 very cool additional heads, as well as that Heat Vision. I'm going to adjust the camera one more time so we're not just staring at his chest. There we go. You can see just how much I don't know, it's almost like a gravitas just sitting there inside that look. Very, very cool. I can't say that enough, and I know I'm kind of just saying it over and over again, but very, very cool figure with a lot that you can customize with him, so that you don't. Not everybody's going to have the exact same look. Some people might not have the Metallo hand. Some people might not be using the Heat Vision head, or if they didn't get the exclusive, they wouldn't have the Metallo hand at all. There was a lot of concerns about this character, and I kind of want to address those before I go any further. The prototype that was shown at Comic-Con was very different from what we received. The figure was bigger and bulkier. The head was pretty much the same, but he had much bluer eyes. If you've seen the Mattel S3 sculpt Superman, where he's got that really, really kind of glacier blue eyes, that's what the prototype had. The S was smaller and it had a black outline, and like I said, he wasn't bigger, bulkier figure, and that was a very, very cool. Not having that one in hand, I can't say which one is better. Most people are going to say that that prototype was better, and he did. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, this figure is great, but that figure would have been just totally amazing, mind-blowing as well. But that, unfortunately, is not what we got. We got this guy. So a lot of people were worried because they said that he looked, like thin, and the stomach area here, he kind of looked like he was a starving Superman. A lot of people thought the head is too big for the body. Now I can see both of those opinions, but once you have this guy in hand, and the amount of stuff that you can do with him, that really doesn't make a difference. The head is fitting for the body, because you can do so many great things with him. Now the stomach area, I mean, you can still get different positions. You can get, show the abs there. I just want to say that this is a very, very awesome figure to have in hand. All concerns were basically wiped away when I opened him up. And I know that a few of the others feel that exact same way when they got this figure open. All of their concerns went out the window. They were just amazed by how great he was in hand. And he is. If you're on the fence about this, I would say go grab it. Now, maybe you got a comic book store nearby or a collectible store that might actually have it there so that you can go take a look at it. And if you do have that ability, I would suggest you go in there, take a look at the figure, make the decision for yourself. But I have absolutely no regret in purchasing this guy. I paid for him way back in April when he went on sale, and of course I've been waiting for him for almost a year, and he finally arrived, and I am, like I said, no way regret purchasing this guy. He's an amazing figure. He's going to look amazing in my collection, right with the rest of my my 1/6 scale figures, of course, which is Cavill, and then the two Christopher Reeves. And actually, we're going to do a lineup here at the end of this video so that you can see how they look together. All right, so we've taken a look at the alternate heads. So one other alternate piece that we have for the figure, of course, besides hands, is he does come with two capes. Now, the cape I have him wearing right now is the thicker of the two capes. It actually has a wire in it, so you can make adjustments to the cape. Now, I did have a bit of an issue with mine in that the wire on this side, for some reason, doesn't go all the way up, so it didn't want to bend under there very easily, and I had to futz with that quite a bit to get it to the look that I really wanted it to have. Now, with the other cape is just kind of a hanging, free-flowing cape. It has no wire whatsoever. It's a much... Here's one of my videos. Wouldn't be one if I didn't knock something over. I'll move him back a little bit. It is a much lighter material, more of a silky, satiny material than the cape that he's currently wearing. The cape that he's currently wearing, I would say it was closer, not in... maybe not in material-wise, because the Reeve cape is kind of shiny and more of a satiny as well, but it's a nice, thick kind of cloth. If you've got the Man of Steel Kotobukiya, the one with the opposable cape, it's much more akin to that than it is to, say, the other Hot Toys capes. It's got that wire that's all the way down the side. It does have a wire here at the bottom, so you can get a lot of posability out of the cape. It allows you to do a lot. Like I said, the only issue I had with it is that this side, the wire doesn't go all the way up to the end, so it's kind of a pain to bend in there. Now, the cape does snap into place. You can see right here on the shoulder, there's just a little snap there, so you can go ahead and pop this one off real quick and put on the other one. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and do that because it took me a while to get this cape to the way I liked it and how I wanted it, so I want to leave that alone because I don't want to spend the next 25 minutes after this video kind of pissed and trying to get this thing back to the way it is. But the other cape is also very, very cool. And I'm going to display them both ways at some point. Right now I'm going to use the thicker cape, but this other cape, like I said, is very, very nice. You do have that lovely S symbol on the back, and it does, as you can see, just snap on, and these are going to go under the collar. And this was just kind of like the nice hanging, standing cape. Now, other than the 2 capes and the 3 heads, the other things it comes with, of course, are multiple hands. Now, most of them are pretty standard. We do have a couple of odder choices in here, I would say. And that is kind of like, I would say, would go with like the smirking head. We've got a thumbs up. Alright, like I was saying, it wouldn't be one of my reviews unless everything came tumbling down. He fell, took out my entire review space, and a couple figures that was behind it and to the side of it that was going to be shown at the end of the video. So now I have him on his stand. As you can see, I've got him in a very cool flight pose, looking down. And this is one of the things I wanted to show you is when you do pose the figure, all your concerns just kind of go out the window, and he's badass. We were talking about hands, though. So, like I said, there's 2 kind of odd choices that this first set, I think, would go with the smiling or smirking Superman head. And that is basically the peace symbol and the thumbs up, which you can see here. And when it comes to this figure, Rez approves. The other hands, of course, you've got your standard flight hands, which have come with every 6-scale Superman that I own. So there's those. They can also be clapping. We're very happy we have this. Yay, it's in the collection. Yay! And then, of course, we have the open hand, which would be the twin to the one that's holding Metallo, and the closed fist. Now, I will say that I really love that each one of these hands comes with its own peg. One of the things I've always thought weird about the other Hot Toys that I own is that they come with 3 sets of hands, but only 2 sets of pegs. So you have to kind of like pop a peg out and put another hand, and that's a real big pain in the butt to do. And of course, you can always go and buy other pegs, but yeah, I don't understand why they didn't come with pegs for each set of hands. This had all the pegs already installed, and you're just going to pop the hands out and put new ones in. So really, really great there. Really happy about that. Don't understand why it's taken them this long to do that. So there we go. We've taken a look at the hands. We've taken a look at the extra cape and the extra heads. So let's take a look at the figure as a whole. I'm just going to go ahead and take him off of his stand real quick. And actually, we're going to take a look at the stand real quick. And then we're going to take a look at the figure as a whole. So there is him. The stand has 2 layered pegs. You've got your standard crotch grabber and you've got your flight. And of course, those can be adjusted up and down. The bottom of the stand is very cool in and of itself. Now, the other Supermans that I have here, each has its own extremely cool stand. As you know, the Christopher Reeve, the good Christopher Reeve, comes with a basic stand, but also the Fortress of Solitude. The evil Christopher Reeve comes with the Broken Street, and the Henry Cavill Superman Man of Steel comes with the very large Superman S. Now this one just comes with this. It is kind of a basic stand, but I do like the frozen look to it. Let it go. I had to do that. Sorry, I said the name. And has that S symbol in the middle. So it is a basic stand. It's very lightweight. It is just made of plastic, but it's a cool little thing to put your figure on. I'm going to tilt the camera one more time, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so let's take a look here. He, of course, has a ball-jointed head that is removable, so you can put your other heads in place. Of course, you can get a full 360 degrees. Now, like the other Hot Toys, there is or the other 6CO, there is a joint in here so that the neck does move a little bit, so you can get a lot of different positions out of him and basically pose him in any way that you want. He does have, of course, ball-jointed shoulders, and they do have a good click to them on here. So, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's a really good click, and it's really going to hold them in place really well. He, of course, has a bicep swivel, and he's got elbow, and, of course, he's got a nice movability in his wrist. The chest, of course, does have a nice ab crunch, and you, of course, move it backward, forward, and side to side, so you've got a really good motion there in the chest. Of course, legs, you've got up, you've got down, you've got the double jointed knees, you've got rotation here at the upper thigh, you've got rotation here at the boot. The feet are, because of the strength of the boot, they're really hard to position if you wanted a pointed look. So that would be a bit difficult to get, but other than that, very, very cool. I love the way that the leather in the boots, if you look at that, how it's wrinkled and how it is the foot is a separate piece, so you do get a nice rocker there. But I love the shading in the boots. They just look fantastic. They got really nice dark shading here, really nice coloring in the way that the leather boot wrinkles. So very, very cool there. The underwear is a little bunchy. Now, I think that my biggest complaint, I would say, if I have one, is going to be the underwear and belt. They did really, really nice with the Christopher Reeve figures, and Cavill doesn't have the undies, but just kind of get a good look at that belt. If I can get him to stand up without falling over again. And we're going to shake this camera one more time. The thing I would say that if I could change, the major thing I would change in this figure would be the underwear and belt. It's a very bunchy set of undies, and the belt, the way it's on there and the way it's sewed on, and the belt is cloth, by the way. It's not like a hard plastic. It's like both the Reeve figures. Of course, the buckle is a hard plastic, but the belt itself is cloth. And I think that's what it's giving it the problem, and that it's pushing it down. I would have liked to have seen them just kind of stitch the belt along the top of the undies and then put the loops on, because that would kind of avoid this look that we have right now. Excuse me. And I've messed with it quite a bit to try and get the underwear tucked under the belt in the look that I would prefer, and it's really difficult because, and I saw this in somebody else's review, once you get one side kind of the way you want it, the other side pops up, then you go to fix that one side and the original pops up. So I really don't like that, and I have absolutely no sewing skills. I've recently started sculpting, if you guys have seen that on Facebook, and of course I do like to paint. I've done quite a few customs there. But I can't sew for anything, so I think I might see if I can get somebody who's really good at sewing to kind of sew that top of the belt, or maybe just tack it on or something, so that the belt is at an even with the top of the underwear all the way around, and I think that would give this a much, much better look overall. So that is my one issue. The head is fine. His body muscular is fine. You can see the ribs quite a bit, but that's perfectly okay with me. He looks fantastic. I love that huge S on there. I love the muscles in his arms. I love the exclusive metallo thing. Just the underwear, that's the only thing that's getting me, is that underwear belt combo, and I will find a way to get that taken care of. And the only other thing is that bit of wire that's missing there, but I can fix that as well with just a little bread tie wire. So no problem there. Really, really love this figure. The last thing I want to show you guys, very cool little feature with the exclusive, the Metallo head. His mouth opens. So he's like, I ripped off my spine. It's not good. I don't like it. No. So very, very cool figure, guys. I can't say this enough. I really can't. If you were on the fence about this guy, if you were looking for people's reviews to decide whether or not you're going to get it, I mean, you got to make that decision for yourself. But I say get it. If you've got the cash to throw down, if you're a hardcore Superman collector, you should have this guy in your collection because he is just awesome. Now, last thing I want to do, I want to go ahead and pause this. We're going to get the Superman 6-scale lineup going and take a look at that. Be right back. All right, guys, there we go. You can see them all lined up. These are all of my 6-scale Supermans. Of course, from left to right, we've got the brand new comic book styling Superman. We've got the 78 Superman, the movie, Christopher Reeve, the Superman 3 Evil Superman, and the Henry Cavill Man of Steel. I am ecstatic to have all of these figures in my collection, and they're going to look great next to each other. Of course, this is Rez the Collector. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that if you were on the fence, this has helped you make your decision one way or the other. Maybe you're thinking, oh, Rez is stupid and I hate everything about that figure. Of course, that's your opinion, and this guy's going to be one of those that's going to split fans. There's going to be people that love it. There's going to be people that absolutely hate it. I am falling in the love it stage. One, because I dropped $200 on him. Two, he is a badass figure. Every single Superman up here is a must-own, in my opinion, for any big Superman collector. So there you have it, guys. I'm back to reviewing. So this is the first of many, many reviews to come. I have a gigantic list of backlog stuff that I need to get to. So be looking for reviews to be popping up, because I'm going to be getting these done for you guys, getting them out there, and hopefully getting some entertaining videos for you guys to watch. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. You can also find me on Facebook under the name Rez the Collector. If we're not friends, go ahead and find me. Do a friend request. I put up pictures that you're not going to see on the YouTube channel of various things like custom projects and what have you. So please rate, comment, and subscribe. Again, I want to thank you for watching, and you guys have a very nice day.